Mali is in North Africa, in a rapidly changing part of Northern Africa. We have various terrorist groupings and would-be insurgents looking to establish caliphates and things like that in the region. And so the government of Mali was asking for the kind of help that you can't get in even very good little 2-week executive courses done in country. And the purpose is to build some nuts and bolts expertise to create an interagency where there currently really is none.
We came here as a team from Minister of Defense, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Minister of Finance, Minister of Justice, and Minister of Security.
They're here to learn and share information on the one hand on various institution building in terms of democracy and security, but on the other hand to work better with each other.
And to equip these men to go home and bang out national strategy documents.
What really impressed me is the rigor that the teacher have about the reading, about your assignment, and especially about the participation in class.
Faculty have usually no problem to try to help you at your level of understanding.
They have been interacting with the other participants in the course very, very well, imparting their knowledge, their questions, their inquiries about how democracy can be rebuilt.
It's an uphill struggle if you're dealing with a foreign language. The Malians have been educated in a French way, and everything is different. It sounds ridiculous, but everything is different, from the way you compose a 5-paragraph essay, the way you put together an argument.
I was very impressed with how quickly they worked on their thesis proposals.
They have gotten very much proficient at communicating with one another, supporting one another. This program is difficult. We ask an awful lot of any of our officers in a very short period of time.
They really identified gaps in the security democracy dilemma in Mali and tried to use their thesis or research for the thesis to sensitize or incentivize the leadership.
My thesis is about the motivation and interaction of international actors in the peace process.
My thesis is on regional security cooperation in the case of the Sahel region.
We have a lot of international actors involved in the peace process, but I do not feel that things are getting improved as a result of their involvement.
Everybody knows that the Sahel is facing a lot of security challenges, and cooperation is also a challenge in the region. Regional security cooperation can be a best way for our country, to deal with this transnational threat.
The role of CCMR is to support the National Security Affairs Department overall education.
That's kind of the magic of this arrangement, and you can see it bearing fruit with the Mali cohort.
We did a 4 workshops with CCMR now. The last one was about negotiation.
And also the other workshop that we have here is about how to assess and determine the nature of the potential threat that a country may have and how you can handle it.
They are aware of the challenges to the democratization of Mali. They know there's a lot on their shoulders.
They have very much come together as a group, which was one of the ulterior motives of this tasking. They have learned a great deal of self-help and mutual aid.
As a civilian and a diplomat, I now have a kind of security background, which is important.
I think that through the discussion, that's where the light comes out. And you see civilian and military working together. There's no animosity, there's no harm. Everything is in place to support you achieve, your studies here. I'm not missing anything here.